Welcome to our deep dive, you guys, into The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach.
Okay.
This book, it claims you don't need like a massive income to build wealth.
Right.
Instead, it's all about smart spending habits and automating your finances.
Yeah.
We're talking becoming a millionaire on just a few dollars a day.
It's pretty amazing.
It sounds almost unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to break down Bach's system and see how it works.
Okay.
We'll uncover some surprising strategies like the Latte Factor.
Yes.
We'll learn how to pay yourself first.
Absolutely.
And we'll demystify the world of pre-tax retirement accounts.
All very important stuff.
So are you ready to dive in and potentially unlock the secrets to financial freedom?
I think what's really intriguing about Bach's approach is that it challenges that conventional thinking about wealth building. You know, he shifts the focus from earning a lot to managing what you already have.
Okay.
It's about putting systems in place to make your money work for you, almost like creating a financial autopilot.
That's a great way to put it, a financial auto.
Yeah.
So let's start with one of Bach's most famous concepts,
Okay.
the Latte Factor.
The Latte Factor.
Now, I'm a coffee lover myself, so I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical at first.
Yeah.
But Bach isn't saying you can never enjoy a latte again.
Right.
He's highlighting how those small everyday expenses can have a big impact on your long-term wealth.
Yeah, the Latte Factor is about awareness, not deprivation.
Oh,
It's about understanding that a $5 latte a day
adds up.
adds up to $150 a month.
Yeah.
Over $1,800 a year.
Wow.
Now, imagine investing that $1,800 every year with a decent return.
Right.
Over time, that seemingly insignificant daily expense could turn into tens of thousands of dollars.
Wow, that really puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
It's not just about cutting back on coffee. It's about recognizing that all those little expenses,
Right.
takeout lunches, subscription services, impulse buys, can add up to a significant amount of money over time. Money that could be working for you instead of against you.
Exactly. Bach provides a really compelling example in the book.
Okay.
He talks about a couple who saved money on everyday things like coffee, dry cleaning, and cable TV.
Oh, wow.
And they were able to invest that money and ended up retiring early and traveling the world.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a testament to the power of small changes and consistent savings.
It really makes you think twice about those impulse buys, huh?
It really does.
So once you've identified those potential savings,
Right.
what's the next step?
Yeah, well,
How do you actually put that money to work?
this is where Bach's concept of paying yourself first comes into play.
Okay.
He argues that we often prioritize everyone else's bills over our own financial well-being.
Right. Right.
We pay our rent or mortgage, our utilities, our credit card bills. But what about paying ourselves?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He suggests shifting our mindset and treating our savings and investments as non-negotiable expenses.
Okay.
Just like any other bill.
It's like putting your own oxygen mask on first before helping others on a plane.
That's a great analogy.
You can't help anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself first.
Exactly. And Bach provides specific formulas for how much to pay yourself first based on your income and your financial goals.
Oh, interesting.
He suggests saving at least 10% of your income, but ideally aiming for 15% or even 20%
Wow.
for those who want to achieve significant wealth.
But how do you make sure you actually stick to this plan?
Yeah.
I know I can be pretty tempted to spend that extra money if it's just sitting in my checking account.
That's where the power of automation comes in.
Okay.
Bach recommends setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts.
Gotcha.
This way, you never even see the money.
Oh, okay.
And it's automatically working for you in the background.
It's like setting it and forgetting it, right?
Exactly.
Your money is growing without you having to lift a finger.
That's the idea.
Now, speaking of investments,
Yes.
Bach is a big advocate for pre-tax retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs. He calls them a financial cheat code because they offer so many advantages.
They do.
Pre-tax retirement accounts allow your money to grow tax-deferred, which means you don't pay taxes on your earnings until you withdraw the money in retirement.
Right.
This can result in significant savings over time, especially if you're in a high tax bracket.
You can, yeah.
Plus, many employers offer matching contributions to their employees' 401k plans.
It's true.
It's essentially free money,
That's right.
and it's one of the most powerful ways to boost your retirement savings.
It's like getting a bonus just for saving for your future.
Exactly.
And the earlier you start contributing to these accounts, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compound interest.
Compound interest is like a financial snowball rolling downhill, right?
That's a good way to put it.
It starts small, But as it gathers momentum, it grows exponentially.
Exactly. And Bach provides a compelling illustration of this in the book. He shows how even small, consistent contributions to a retirement account can grow into a substantial nest egg over time, thanks to the magic of compound interest.
It's powerful stuff.
It is.
So it sounds like pre-tax retirement accounts are a no-brainer for anyone looking to build long-term wealth.
Absolutely.
But I know some people might be hesitant to lock up their money for decades.
Yeah.
What if they need it for an emergency?
That's a valid concern, and Bach addresses it in the book.
Okay.
He acknowledges that it's important to have an emergency basket or emergency savings fund
Right.
in addition to your retirement savings.
So you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
It's about having a diversified approach to saving and investing.
Precisely. Bach recommends having at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in a readily accessible savings account,
Okay.
such as a money market account or a high-yield savings account.
And this provides a cushion to cover unexpected expenses, like car repairs, medical bills, or even job loss.
Exactly. It's all about having that peace of mind.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's about having peace of mind, knowing that you're prepared for life's inevitable bumps in the road.
And Bach provides specific strategies for building your emergency basket,
Okay.
including automating your savings and choosing the right savings vehicles based on your needs and goals.
So we've covered the Latte Factor, paying yourself first,
Yes.
and the importance of both retirement savings and emergency savings.
We have.
What other key concepts does Bach emphasize in The Automatic Millionaire?
Well, one of the most intriguing and perhaps controversial concepts in the book is Bach's argument that homeownership is a smart investment and can be a path to wealth. He challenges that conventional wisdom that renting is always a better financial option, especially for younger generations.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of people say that renting gives you more flexibility.
You're right.
And frees you from the responsibilities of homeownership.
Sure.
Bach seems to think otherwise.
He does. He presents a compelling case for homeownership,
Yep.
citing statistics that show homeowners tend to have a higher net worth than renters.
So it's not just about having a place to live. It's about building equity and creating long-term wealth.
Exactly. Bach highlights several reasons why homeownership can be a smart financial move.
Okay.
First, mortgage interest is tax deductible, which can save you money come tax time.
Right.
Second, a mortgage payment acts as a forced savings plan, gradually building equity in your home.
Okay.
Third, you're leveraging other people's money, the banks, to build your own wealth.
That's a good point.
And fourth, owning a home can provide a sense of stability and pride of ownership.
Those are all valid points.
Yeah.
But what about the upfront costs of buying a home, like the down payment and closing costs?
Sure.
Those can be pretty daunting, especially for first-time home buyers.
Bach acknowledges those challenges, but provides practical advice for overcoming them.
Okay.
He suggests aiming for a 20% down payment to avoid private mortgage insurance. But he also recognizes that smaller down payments are possible, especially through government-backed loan programs.
Okay, so there are options.
Are.
He also recommends shopping around for the best mortgage rates and terms and getting pre-approved for a mortgage before you start house hunting.
That's really important.
This helps you know how much you can realistically afford
Right.
and streamlines the buying process.
Exactly. And Bach emphasizes that homeownership is not just about the financial benefits. It's about creating a space that reflects your values and lifestyle, a place where you can put down roots and build memories.
It's about making your house a home.
It is.
So, even though homeownership might not be right for everyone, it's definitely worth considering, especially if you're looking to build long-term wealth and create a sense of stability.
I think so too. And Bach provides a wealth of resources and advice in the book to help readers navigate the complexities of homeownership.
Oh, good.
From finding the right property to securing financing to managing your mortgage.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into The Automatic Millionaire.
We have.
We've explored the Latte Factor, the power of paying yourself first,
Yeah.
the benefits of pre-tax retirement accounts, the importance of emergency savings, and the potential of homeownership as a wealth-building strategy. But Bach doesn't stop there.
He doesn't.
He also delves into the topic of debt management,
Yes.
providing a clear and actionable plan for getting out of debt and staying debt-free.
He calls it Operation No More Debt.
Operation No More Debt.
And it's a 7-step program designed to help readers take control of their finances and break free from the burden of debt.
It sounds pretty intense.
It can be, but it's worth it.
What are some of the key steps involved in Operation No More Debt?
The first and perhaps most crucial step is to stop using credit cards.
Okay.
Bach uses a powerful analogy to illustrate this point.
Okay.
He compares using credit cards to keeping a chocolate cake in your fridge while you're trying to lose weight.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a constant temptation, and willpower alone is often not enough to resist it.
So it's about removing the temptation altogether, right?
Exactly.
Like cutting up your credit cards or freezing them in a block of ice.
Exactly. It's about making a symbolic and decisive break from those bad financial habits.
I like that. Okay.
The second step is to renegotiate your interest rates with your credit card companies.
Okay.
Bach encourages readers to do their research,
Okay.
compare offers from competitors,
Okay.
and then confidently call their credit card companies and ask for a lower rate.
It's about advocating for yourself and taking control of your finances.
It is.
And you know what? It often works.
It does.
Credit card companies don't want to lose customers.
Right.
So they're often willing to negotiate, especially if you've been a responsible cardholder.
That's right.
The third step focuses on consolidating your debt.
Okay.
This involves combining all of your debts into a single account, often with a lower interest rate. It can simplify your payments and help you focus your repayment efforts.
It can.
It's about streamlining your finances and making it easier to track your progress.
Exactly.
The fourth step is about understanding your credit score and how it impacts your financial options.
Okay.
Bach recommends using myfico.com to check your credit score and get a comprehensive report of your credit history.
It's a good resource.
It's about being informed and taking steps to improve your credit worthiness.
It is.
The fifth step might seem small,
Okay.
but it's about taking control of the constant barrage of credit card applications that fill our mailboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Bach suggests calling the National Opt-out Center to stop pre-approved credit card offers from being sent to your home.
That can make a big difference.
It's about limiting temptation and protecting yourself from those impulse applications.
Exactly.
The sixth step is about recognizing when you need professional help
Okay.
and seeking guidance from a reputable credit counseling organization.
Sometimes that's necessary.
It can be tough to navigate the world of debt management alone,
It can be.
and a credit counselor can provide personalized advice and support.
Right.
It's about recognizing that it's okay to ask for help when you need it.
Absolutely.
And finally, the seventh step brings us back to that core principle of automation. Bach stresses the importance of setting up automatic payments for your debts
Okay.
to avoid late fees
Right.
and ensure that you're consistently making progress towards becoming debt-free.
Yes.
It's about taking the human element out of the equation and creating a system that works for you even when life gets busy.
Exactly. That's the beauty of automation.
So Operation No More Debt is a comprehensive plan that addresses all aspects of debt management,
It is.
from breaking bad habits to seeking professional help to automating your payments. It's a powerful tool for anyone who's struggling with debt and wants to take control of their financial future.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to our deep dive into David Bach's The Automatic Millionaire. In the last part, we covered a lot of ground, from the Latte Factor to paying yourself first.
Yeah, we really did. We also talked about the importance of an emergency fund and how homeownership can be a path to wealth.
Right, so much good stuff already. Today, let's dig into some specific investment strategies.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm curious about this investment pyramid that Bach mentions. What's that all about?
It's a way to visualize how your investments should change over time. As you go through different life stages,
Okay.
Picture an actual pyramid.
Right. I'm picturing it.
At the base, the widest part, you have the most conservative investments.
Okay.
Things like cash, money market accounts, CDs.
Gotcha. So that's like low risk, low reward, but stable.
Exactly. That's for your emergency fund and short-term goals.
Makes sense.
Then, as you move up the pyramid, the investments get a bit riskier, but have the potential for higher returns.
So more risk, more reward.
Exactly. The middle section might include bonds and some mutual funds, more conservative ones.
Okay. So this is where you start dipping your toes into the stock market, but cautiously.
Right, exactly. And then at the very top of the pyramid, you have the riskiest investments, like individual stocks or more aggressive mutual funds.
Okay. And those are the ones that could really take off, but they could also,
They could also lose a lot, but they have the highest potential return over the long term.
So the idea is that when you're younger, you could afford to take more risk because you have more time to recover.
Exactly. Time is on your side. As you get closer to retirement, you might want to shift more towards the base of the pyramid, prioritizing safety and preserving capital.
Gotcha. So as you get older, you want to move down the pyramid to lower risk investments.
Right. That's the general idea. The investment pyramid is just a framework for understanding how your strategy should evolve.
It's a really helpful visual. Now, switching gears a bit, I know a lot of people, myself included, can get overwhelmed by the idea of managing debt. Bach calls his approach Operation No More Debt.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty intense.
It can be, but it's a really effective plan.
So what's the first step in tackling this?
Well, the most crucial first step is to stop using credit cards.
Okay, that's a big one.
It is. Bach compares it to like trying to lose weight while keeping a chocolate cake in the fridge.
Oh, I like that analogy.
It's just too tempting.
Right, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly.
Right.
So no more cake, or in this case, credit cards.
Got it. No more credit cards. What's next?
Well, next you need to tackle those high interest rates.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that they can often negotiate a lower rate with their credit card companies.
Oh, really? I never thought to do that.
It's more common than you might think. Just do some research, compare offers from other companies,
Okay.
then call your current company and ask for a better rate.
So you're using the power of competition to your advantage.
Exactly. And if they're not budging, don't be afraid to ask for a supervisor. They often have more flexibility.
Okay, so be persistent.
Exactly.
What else does Bach recommend in Operation No More Debt?
Well, he also suggests consolidating your debt.
And what does that mean exactly?
It means combining all your debts into a single account, often with a lower interest rate. It can simplify payments and make it easier to manage.
So instead of juggling multiple bills and due dates, you have one clear target to focus on.
Exactly.
And speaking of clarity, what's next?
Step 4 is all about knowing your credit score.
Okay, right, that magic number.
Exactly. It impacts so much of your financial life, from getting loans to even renting an apartment.
It's true, it affects everything.
Bach recommends using myfico.com
Okay.
to check your score and understand what's impacting it.
So knowledge is power when it comes to credit.
Absolutely. And once you have a handle on your credit, Bach suggests limiting those tempting credit card offers that come in the mail.
Oh yeah, those pre-approved offers are everywhere.
You can actually call the National Opt-out Center to stop those from being sent to your home.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a great tip.
Yeah, it helps reduce temptation. Now, for those who might be feeling overwhelmed by debt, Bach acknowledges that professional help might be needed.
Right, sometimes it's just too much to handle on your own.
He recommends seeking guidance from a reputable credit counseling organization.
Okay.
They can help create a personalized plan and provide support.
It's comforting to know that there are resources available for people who need it. What's the final step?
It all comes back to automation. Bach stresses the importance of setting up automatic payments for your debts.
So you're never late and you stay on track.
Exactly. It removes the human element, which can be unreliable sometimes.
Automation seems to be a recurring theme in Bach's approach. Whether it's saving, investing, or managing debt, it simplifies things.
Exactly. And now let's talk about cars. Bach has some interesting perspectives on buying versus leasing.
Okay, let's hear it.
He's a strong advocate for buying a reliable used car that's at least 2 years old.
Really? Why is that?
It can save you a significant amount of money compared to buying new. Cars depreciate, they lose value over time. So buying new often means losing a big chunk of money right off the bat.
That's a good point. It seems counterintuitive, but buying used could actually be a smarter move in the long run.
Exactly. Leasing might be a good option for some people, like those who drive very little or can write it off as a business expense.
Right.
But for most people, buying a used car and paying it off quickly is the best way to go.
It's all about being financially savvy. Now, I want to shift gears to a topic that's often overlooked in personal finance.
Okay, what's that?
Giving back. Bach talks about automatic tithing.
Right.
What exactly does he mean by that?
Tithing in general is donating a portion of your income to charity.
Okay.
Bach suggests automating this, just like you would your savings.
Oh, interesting. So it just happens automatically each month. You don't have to think about it.
Exactly. He says many billionaires actually tithe even before they were wealthy.
Oh, wow. I never thought of it that way. It's not just something you do once you've made it.
Right. It can be a part of your plan from the beginning.
That's a powerful perspective. It challenges the idea that you have to wait until you're rich to be generous.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you choose a cause to support?
Bach emphasizes doing your research to ensure your donations are going to reputable charities that align with your values. There are websites like Charity Navigator that can help you evaluate charities.
Okay, that's really helpful. You want to make sure your contributions are actually making a difference.
Absolutely.
So what's next in our automatic millionaire journey?
Well, in the final part, we'll explore Bach's personal story about his grandmother, Rose, and the advice she gave him.
Oh, right, that story he mentions in the book.
We'll also share some of our own takeaways from the book and invite you to reflect on how you can apply these principles to your own life.
Sounds like we've got a lot to look forward to. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the automatic millionaire.
It's been an incredible journey exploring all of David Bach's strategies for, achieving financial freedom.
It really has.
We've covered, everything really, from the power of small, consistent actions to the importance of automating our finances and even the idea of giving back through that automatic tithing concept.
It's been really eye-opening.
It has.
But before we wrap up our exploration of the automatic millionaire, I'm really curious to hear more about this story about Bach's grandmother. That he mentions.
The story of Rose.
Rose?
Bach often says this story really ties everything together in the book.
Okay.
Rose was his mentor, and on her deathbed, she shared a powerful message with him about taking risks and not letting fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams.
That sounds incredibly poignant.
It is.
What exactly did Rose say to Bach?
Well, she regretted always taking the safe path in life. Always letting practicality kind of rule her decisions.
Okay.
And she encouraged Bach to embrace the little boy within, the part of him that dreamt big and wasn't afraid to take chances. She urged him to pursue his passions, even if they seemed risky.
Wow. That's such a powerful message.
It is.
It seems like Rose was encouraging Bach and all of us, really, to live a life without regrets, to embrace our full potential.
Exactly. And I think it ties back to what we've been discussing this entire time. Financial freedom isn't just about accumulating wealth.
Right.
It's about having the freedom to live a life that aligns with your values and your passions and your purpose. It's about having the resources to pursue your dreams.
Right.
Whether that's starting a business or traveling the world or simply spending more time with your loved ones.
It's about having choices.
It is.
Rose's message is a great reminder that we shouldn't let fear or self-doubt hold us back from pursuing what truly matters to us.
Absolutely. It's about embracing that little boy or little girl within. That part of us that's full of wonder and curiosity and a desire to really experience life to the fullest.
It's never too late.
It's not.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the automatic millionaire, what are some key takeaways that we can apply it to our own lives?
I think one of the most important lessons is the power of small, consistent actions. We often get caught up in this idea that we need to make these drastic changes or have a huge income to achieve financial success. But Bach shows us that even small steps like cutting back on those daily lattes or automating our savings can have a significant impact over time.
Yeah, those little things add up.
They do.
It's like you were saying earlier, it's about creating those sustainable habits that become part of our daily routine, almost like setting up that financial autopilot that works in the background.
Absolutely. Another key takeaway is the importance of having a clear financial plan. And taking control of our finances, you know, whether it's creating a budget or setting up automatic savings and investments or tackling debt. Taking these proactive steps really empowers us to shape our financial future rather than feeling like we're just constantly reacting to circumstances.
Right. It's about being in the driver's seat.
It is. It's about shifting from that mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance.
Right.
Believing that we have the power to create the financial future that we want.
And I think it's also important to remember the concept of automatic tithing.
Yeah, it's about integrating giving back into our financial plan from the beginning.
Mm.
Recognizing that our resources can be used to make a positive impact on the world.
It's about being a part of something bigger than ourselves.
It is. Giving back, it doesn't just benefit others.
Right.
It can also bring us the sense of purpose and fulfillment.
Mm.
It's about recognizing that true wealth encompasses not just financial abundance, but also the richness of our relationships and our experiences and our contributions to something larger than ourselves.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
So to wrap up, The Automatic Millionaire offers such a practical and inspiring roadmap for achieving financial freedom.
I think so too.
It's about creating those systems that automate our financial lives.
Right.
Freeing up our time and energy
Exactly.
to focus on what truly matters to us.
Yeah.
It's about aligning our financial decisions with our values and living a life that's, both financially secure
Right.
and personally fulfilling.
It is. And as Rose reminded Bach and now us, it's about embracing our dreams,
Right.
taking, calculated risks and living life without regrets.
So what are some actions, that you can take today to put yourself on that path to financial freedom? What dreams have you been putting off because of fear or self-doubt? It's time to embrace your potential, create a life of abundance, and make a positive impact on the world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.